Lian Public Market.
In the heart of Lian, Batangas, the public market sets the pace of daily life. It stands as a place shaped by trade, by people, and by the long memory of sound built through steady work. The story begins before any walls were raised here. In this 19th century, under Spanish rule, traders met every Friday. They came from neighboring towns in Batangas and from Cavite. The center of Lian turned lively with voices, feuds, and movement. At the time, only a few permanent buildings stood in the area, mostly the church. Everything started to shift during the early American period. Local leaders wished towns to modernize. They built permanent and cleaner market spaces across the province. These changes helped towns grow in revenue and order. Lian followed the same path. Records are limited, but this period marked the move from an open trading spot to structured public market. Today, the Lian Public Market brings together the town's main sources of work, farming, fishing, and tourism, all pass through here. The stalls show fresh harvests, daily catch, and everyday goods. It is more than a place to buy. It is where people talk, meet, and start their day. The rhythm of old trade tradition still echoes in the small exchanges. The public market of Lian, a place where history and everyday life move together.
Magandang tanghali po. Ino po namin tatanong kung ano po pangalan po.
Ako si Soledad Mundo.
Ilan po?
78 na ako sa December 29.
Dito po sa Lian po, ano po yung parang pinakakilala po na kamukhayan po?
Nakakakulayan. Yung mga matatamit ng mga kakanin, tulad ng bibigla, merengue, yun. Dahil sa bahay lang sila. Mainam nga dito pag habang bata pa, tinuturuan ang maghanap buhay. Dahil katulad yun, hindi nagtuturuan na iba nagpangahihingi, nakalalaksan nila magpalimos. Kaya dapat, at kami na maliliit pa, tinuturuan na kami magtinda. Yung aking magulang ay nag-aano ng mga kakanin, mga gabi, nagtatanim sa looban, din mga gabi, tubo. Yun ang ibinibenta kami mga bata pa, naglalako kami. Dahil hanggang kinalakhan namin, hindi kami nagtitinda, negosyon po. Ayon sa amin mag-ano sa bagay, ako nakapag-aral din, nakapasa ng mga civil service, ay ayaw ng mother ko na kayo ikaw mag-manage ng inyong sarili. Kasi, wala kayong amo. Kami nga pinatitigan ng aming pamangkin na magtinda kung may edad na ay manghihina lalo pag nasa bahay walang magagawa.
Ayun lang po.
Okay.
Now turning 78 years old, Nanay Soledad grew up learning that work is a way of life. Her parents sold native delicacies like bibingka and merengue and planted gabi and tubo to sell in nearby towns. Even after passing the civil service exam, she chose to manage her own small business believing that true dignity comes from independence and effort. Her story reminds us that behind Lian's progress are people like Nanay Soledad Mundo, whose simple and honest labor built the strong and proud heart of Batangas,
where local goods and stories are shared.
South of Manila sits Matabungkay, a coastal barangay in the municipality of Lian, Batangas. It lies on the western side of the province, facing the West Philippine Sea. The community is one of the 19 barangays that form Lian, a town shaped by both agriculture and fishing. Matabungkay became known for its long stretch of light sand and its easy access from the capital. Families traveled here through the Tagaytay-Nasugbu Road. The place grew into a favorite stop for weekend trips and short breaks, giving it a steady flow of visitors through the years. The shoreline carries the quiet rhythm of coastal living. Waves move gently, small boats line in the edge of the beach. Life centers on the water and the work it provides. The Balsa sits at the heart of the Matabungkay experience. These floating bamboo cottages are built from mature bamboo, tied and shaped into wide platforms that stay steady on the sea. Each balsa serves as a space to rest, share food, and spend time above the water. Renting one for the day remains a signature activity in the area. People come to swim, snorkel near small fish sanctuaries, or ride boats for a short island trips. Others use water sports, jet skis, banana boats, and simple floating tubes to add movement to the shoreline. The mix of calm spaces and active spots keep the beach busy throughout the day. The barangay offers places to stay for every type of visitor. Simple rooms, small cottages, and long-running resorts line in the coast. The community relies on these businesses and the steady work they bring. Local life reflects the familiar Batangueño spirit. Families work together, neighbors support each other. The beach serves as both a livelihood and a gathering place. Matabungkay remains a blend of natural beauty, local tradition, and accessible tourism. It is a coastal space that grew with time but stay rooted in the daily life of the people who live beside the sea.
Along the shore of Matabungkay, we meet Nanay, a vendor who has been selling here for many years. She says Matabungkay helped make Lian known. People come from nearby towns and sometimes even foreigners visit to enjoy the beach. For Nanay, the beach is more than sun and water. It carries the stories of the people who live and work here. Her daily life shows the dedication and pride of the community. To her eyes, Matabungkay is not just a beach. It is a place that shaped Lian, gave birth to its people, and shared its culture with everyone who comes. Along the shore of Matabungkay, we meet Mang Pedro, a resident who has lived here his whole life. He tells us about the Balsa Festival, which started in May 2002 to bring tourists back to town and show off Matabungkay's culture. The festival helps people see our bamboo rafts and our traditions, he says. Mang Pedro explains that the festival was started by the Matabungkay Park and Beach Hotel with support from the mayor and the Department of Tourism. Every May, the community comes together to celebrate summer, our heritage, and the life of the town. He points to the balsas floating on the water. These are bamboo rafts, he says. Some have little huts for shade, and we use them to relax, fish, and spend time with our families. During the festival, we decorate them with colors and designs that represents each barangay. Mang Pedro talks about the events. The Balsa Parade is the main attraction. Then, there are the races, sandcastle contests, cultural dances, and beach concerts. It's fun, but it also brings everyone together. He adds, even foreigners come to visit. The festival helps the community, gives work to people, and keeps our culture alive. Through Mang Pedro's eyes, the Balsa Festival is more than an event. It is a way for Matabungkay and Lian to show who we are, our traditions, and the pride of our people.
Where the waves bring people together.
Lian is a township by fishing, farming, and long traditions. Its people rely on the sea and the land. Christian Rosales, the Tourism Operations Officer, share how the community works, how its culture grow, and why Lian holds a strong identity built over generations.
So good day po. We are from Batangas State University po at nandito po kami para humingi ng impormasyon tungkol po sa history ng Lian, Batangas. Ako po ay si Eugene N. Lopez. Ako po si Princess Raven Pico. Ako po si Cristel Pulito.
And your other group mates?
Ako naman po si Merlin M. Cañada. Ako po si Gwyneth Balanya po.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ano po ang inyong pangalan?
I'm Christian Angelico L. Rosales. Ako po ang Tourism Operations Officer ng Bayan ng Lian. And ako din ang in-charge pagdating sa history and cultural affairs sa aming bayan. Basically, as a tourism officer, ang aking mandato or ang aking pinaka-main na trabaho ay ma-ensure na compliant ang ating mga tourism establishments sa mga sinasaad ng batas upang sila ay makapag-operate, masigurado ang safety ng ating mga turista, makapag-establish ng mga festivals na mas mapapakilala sa ating bayan at ma-preserve ang history at culture ng bayan ng Lian.
Unang tanong pa, maaari niyo po ba kasaysayan ng Lian?
Okay. Just to let you know, ang kasaysayan kasi ng Lian, we do not have any documents na magsasabi kung ano talaga ang origin, pero more on word of mouth ang naging dating ng mga kwento. Lian is a coastal town. Comprised kami ng 6 na coastal barangay. And noong unang panahon, especially nung panahon ng mga Kastila, ang isang coastal town ay nagiging trading area. When you say trading area, ibig sabihin yun ang sentro ng kalakalan. And ang mga Chinese kasi ay kilala bilang mga mangangalakal. At like what I mentioned, coastal area ang Lian, madami mga Chinese ang pumupunta at ang iba ay dito na nanirahan noong panahon yun. Pagdating ng mga Kastila, dumaang sila sa barangay San Diego. May nakita sila na Chinese na lalaki na naglalakad at tinanong nila kung ano ba ang pangalan ng lugar. Ang intindi ni Chinese na lalaki na naglalakad at tinatanong ay pangalan niya. Kaya sinabi niya yung pangalan niya, which is si Lian. So yun ang pagkakaintindi and yun ang naging interpretasyon ng Kastila at sinabi nila na si El Pueblo de Lian or Bayan ng Lian. Yun yung oral tradition. Yun yung mga nakukwento ng mga matatanda noon na napasapasan doon.
Ano po ano po ang mga kaugalian po ng mga Tagalian po na may pagmamalaki?
In general, pare-parehas naman, especially kung Batanggan nyo, nandiyan yung common trait na sipag, nandiyan yung common trait na palaban, pero siguro masasabi ko na innate sa Tagalian is, although ang ibang mga taga-ibang bayan naman ay may kanya-kanyang way ng pananampalataya, pero ang Tagalian kasi is sobrang deboto ng aming patron dito, ang Santo San Juan. Madaming mga miraculous story na naikwento noon na patuloy nila nagpapayabong sa pananampalataya sa Panginoong Diyos through St. John the Baptist.
Lalaki po ba bakit po?
Tradition. Based sa pagkakatanda ko ng kabataan, pag-uling parang halos katakan ko, meron mga kabasa. Kung familiar kayo sa mga pabasa, pag yung mga bumabasa ng pasyon, dati halos kada kanto ang meron. Pero recently, ito pang taong specifically, ilan lang yung nakita ko, yung nandun lang sa may simbahan mismo, tsaka tumulong sa chapel sa highway, sa may simbahan sa pero the rest, dati dito sa kanto namin sa Lignanitan Street, dyan, dito sa may Mihano, meron din dati dyan. I guess, isa yun sa mga unti-unti ng trabaho.
Diba po sa ibang mga lugar, mga estudyante sila. Hindi po po sa riyan.
Wala dating festival lang yan. So, nag-decide kami na gusto namin makapag-establish ng festival na talagang atin, talagang kasalian. And ano ba ang mga bagay na masasabi sa regularity ng kasalian? Ang una na, sa buong dalamigan ng Batangas, yan ang hindi nagmadaming scale, marching band. So, naisip namin na, bakit hindi natin sila bigyan ng platform para gusto ipakita pa nila yung talent sila para mas magka. Dahil bakit sila ng bayan? Just to share, last year, ang isa sa mga banda dito na matanda sa liyan, yung banda dito, sila ay nabigyan ng karangan sa lalamigan ng Batangas. And sobrang bibigyan at nakakatanggap ng award. Nabigyan sila ng ganong award dahil sila ay talagang isang established na banda na nagpo-complete ang nananalo sa iba-ibang lugar. So going back to your question kung ano bang festival meron ng ilan, yun ay ang Sambuhos Festival. Ibig sabihin ng Sambuhos, sayaw, awit, musika, at buhusan alam sa San Casaldo. Pag sinabi kong sayaw and awit at musika, doon mo na mapapagsama-sama ang mga musikero, sumasayo ang mga DJ-rect, tumutugtog ang mga musikero, at minsan mga vocalist ng pasaan. Siyempre, pag sinabing San Juan, nandiyan ang pasaan, kaya kasama mo sa na-establish yun back in 2022, and taon-taon na siyang event. Usually, nagsisimula ang event mga July 16 hanggang July 24. Ay, June 16 hanggang June 24.
Ano naman po nga yung mga tradition at kultura na sinasagawa ng yan?
I would say, isa sa mga nakakatuwa talaga na dito ang ginagawa. Kung familiar, sino taga yan? Kung familiar ka sa santuhan, nakapunta ka na ba sa isang santuhan? Ang santuhan kasi, ayun ang mga panata ng mga taga yan. Kunyari, nagkasakit tapos gumaling or nakapasa sa board exam, namamanata ang mga taga yan na iimbitahin nila ang patron saint ang Santo San Juan sa kanilang mga tahanan. Ang Santo San Juan ay malayo ang nakarating. Na-invite siya somewhere in Bicol, somewhere in Ilocos. Dahil gano'n na lamang ang paniniwala ng mga tao sa Miraculous, our patron saint is. And also, yun nga, pasasalamat kung halimbawa ikaw ay dibalik sa iyong sakit or nakapasa ka sa exam or na-achieve yung pangarap mo or whatnot. Maganda siyang kaugalian kasi napapagsama mo yung essence ng gratitude, pasasalamat at spiritual.
Based po sa mga sinabi, paano niyo po na-maintain o mas napapaunlad yung mga tradisyon at kultura?
Doon sa santuhan, it's not something na hindi na kailangan i-maintain. Dahil kagaya ng sinabi ko, what makes a lianenyo a truly lianenyo is yung pananampalataya. Kaya kahit anong mangyari, kahit hindi ka mag-promote, nandiyan at nandiyan yan. But for the other things, yun nga, kagaya nga ng pag-establish ng festival, ngayon kami magsisimula ng aming cultural mapping para ma-identify kung alin ba ang mga may historical significance na bagay at lugar dito sa ating bayan.
Ano naman po, paano niyo po na-preserve yung mga local and oral history of Myanmar?
Ayun, kasama yon sa cultural mapping. And sa ngayon, since siya ay kumbaga parang planning stage pa lamang, and ako sa part ko as a tourism officer, tapos ko nang isulat ang aming tourism and culture development plan, kasama ang mga bagay na iyon sa aking culture and development plan na sinulat para masigurado na siya ay mapipreserve at patuloy na mapapractice in the future.
Bilang isa po sa nalulungkulan dito sa Liat Batangas, ano po kaya yung mga mensahe niyo sa mga turista na nais makita? Kasi ganda na yan.
For the tourist, Kasi ang ganda ng Lian, hindi lamang natatapos sa mga beach, sa mga dagat, sa mga natural resources, kasi yun ang madami tayo. I would say sa mga tourist na ang experience po ninyo ay ang kultura talaga at ang warmth ng mga tao sa Lian. Pa-share ko sa inyo ha. Ako kasi ay taong simbahan noon, active ako sa church, and madaming pare ang gusto na dito sa Lian babasan dahil warm ang mga taga-Lian. Tanggap kahit sino ng bukas ang kamay. So, ayun. Apart from the beaches, alagaan sana din natin ang ating mga natural resources, and at the same time, ang totoong yaman kasi ng Lian ay mata. So, story yan, hindi lamang ang mga beaches, puntahan po natin ang mga ibang areas natin dito, mga historical sites, ang simbahan, ang palengke, para po mas makilala ninyo ang tunay na Tagalian.
Kailangan po maraming salamat.
Okay.
St. John the Baptist Church in Lian, Batangas is a prominent and historic religious structure that holds significant cultural and spiritual importance for the local community. Established many years ago, the church reflects a blend of traditional Filipino and Spanish colonial architectural influences. Characterized by its sturdy construction and prominent bell tower, the church serves as a place of worship, community gathering, and religious celebrations, especially during fest days and special events dedicated to St. John the Baptist.
Where faith strengthens our spirit.